Matt Landis, and we're going to take a look at the Plantronics Voyager 5200 UC today. So what does it include? Well, it comes in this little box, and if we open it up, what we are going to see is it comes with the headset, it comes with carrying case, very nice carrying case. It comes with, and I'm going to, obviously there was a little bit of stuff I'm not showing here that was in the box. Comes with a little card, quick start card, which all of us savvy people can do without. Comes with a couple ear pieces to fit you, very short USB cord, and some other manuals. So there you go. That's what comes along with it. And I'll just set that aside, and we'll focus on the device itself. So my initial response is rubber. It really feels, has a rubber feel, whether you're playing with the case, the lid, it's very rubbery, the bottom, the whole thing, not going to slip out of your hand. So there it is. And then the headset, once again, has a real rubber feel. And I'm not going to say more than the Legend. Do I have one here? No, I think it's going to be very similar to that. But that's the first. And also nice subtle red accents. So you can see on the boom there, sort of has that red accent, a red mute button, a couple other little red accents. And the first thing when I was talking to Plantronics at WPC, the first thing I ask is, what does that mean? PLT, is that some new technology or something? No, that is just Polycom's stock thing. So don't get sidetracked on that like I did. If we just take a look here, what kind of buttons do we have on this unit? So on the top we have volume up and down, and those look metal. If I can just not get too stuck on trying to get the focus here and yet actually get it to focus. So there you can see it. They're metal. And if we look, so at the mute button, once again, that's metal as well. So we have some metal going on here as opposed to plastic look. But the interesting thing is, if we look at and once again, for some reason, let's get this going. This is a challenge that can be. Also, the hang up button, pickup button, is also kind of is not a metal, surprisingly. So some of the volume is metal, the mute is metal, but it's a plastic button for the hang up pickup. The slide, also plastic. So it's a little, you might expect it the other way around, the ones that you use so often. Am I thinking right? Yeah, it really has more of a plastic feel there. It's a slider, thankfully, not this momentary switch that you don't know if you actually turned it on. I think there was some learning that had gone on in that, so I'm going to flip it on. You see it goes blue there, but it's a slider. You can clearly see that you're turned on. So once again, volume metal buttons, mute is metal, but the hang up, pick up, and turn on sort of have a plastic feel. So, and also one thing to remember, the mute button, if you press and hold, it can trigger Cortana or Google or some other voice recognition. If you press and hold, momentarily it acts as a mute. Some indicators on the device. So one of the things you noticed when I turned it on back here, it turns blue, so you know it's powered on, and I think it blinks for some other indicators. And other than that, on the headset, I think that is it that is on here. So that's the only lights on here. But then when we move over here to on the charging case, we have a bunch of lights. So, and I'm just going to put this thing in the very innovative docking station. So you notice the lights came on, and they come on momentarily so they don't burn up your battery, but you can press this button to actually see them again. And what you're seeing there is on the left is and you know what? That is one little thing I noticed. When the lid is closed, you can't see what those things are. So let's just open them up. Obviously, you'll know what they are if you use it a lot. So this one here is the headset charge status, and this is the actual dock or charging cradle. And it's not just one light that it has to blink. It is actually 3, so you can kind of see the level. It turns red when you start getting real low. And I kind of just switched over to the dock, I think for now, we will let that. All right, now thinking about the connections. Interestingly enough, so you're not surprising since there's a dock on the, you have a little docking connector. You can just, as we were saying, just set her in there and have it charged while you're sitting on your desk. Very easy to pick up. And my PC is indicating what's happening. But also, so who's like me? You have this cool dock and then you forget it, can't find where you laid it. Well, there is also a mini USB on the bottom, so you can charge it with a standard cord. So there you go. So docking and a mini USB. And then also here we can dock it in there, and just like the other Plantronics, you can put it in here to charge, and all the lights show just the same, show you what's going on there. And you can also store your dongle in here. One of the things I noticed, just a small thing, but in the older case, you could snap that thing in without, if the headset wasn't in, it was easy to put it in even if your headset was in here. This one, you're going to want to put it in first, then put the headset in. Small thing, but just a little touch. All right, so about the headset, audio quality, etc. I just want to say I'm highly impressed by the audio, the wind noise reduction. Very impressed by that. I'm going to link some sounds so you can hear it for yourself. I went like a hand width away from a fan on high to see how it would handle it, and you almost can't hear the wind in comparison, especially to an Office headset, the Savvy 430, I think, but then going even to the Legend and then to this one. Plantronics is obviously doing work to get rid of wind noise when you're outside. Obviously, when you're in an office, you're not going to have wind noise, but for outside. Then another thing that I was impressed with is the mute reminder. Okay, so you're doing a broadcast, Skype for Business broadcast or something like that. Put yourself on mute, don't realize it, and nobody else can easily tell you. It will, so let's say you put it on mute, and then you start talking. The first time you start talking, while you're on a call, it will say mute on. And you can use the Plantronics Hub software to configure it so that, and I'll just show that, so that it will also either visually or, and I'm going to go to, boy, how's that? That's not so, let's get that guy out of the way. So there you can see right there, mute reminder right there, I think it is. On screen, you can change that. You'll have to download this Plantronics Hub. I would recommend you do that. Mine, I don't think it was working until I turned it on using Plantronics Hub. Not 100% on that. But that mute on, so you're in a Skype for Business call, you start talking after you put yourself on mute, don't realize it, and then you go a sentence or two, and finally people say, hey, you're muted. This thing will tell you. Now, it's interesting, what I noticed is you turn yourself on mute and you start talking and it says mute on and it indicates down your screen. And then that's it for that mute. But if you unmute and then mute again, it resets it and will do it. And I was impressed. It works very good to alert you that you're talking with your mute on. I also did, they're also talking about their noise canceling. So adaptive reduction of background noise. I did some testing on that. What I did is I got a YouTube of a loud dog barking, tried that out. And it does seem to me like it is kind of getting rid of it. But it's not as, the wind, I think they're doing better at the wind than just noises. And I might just try to get you a recording of that as well. All right, so we looked at the wind noise, the noise cancellation, the mute reminder, some very nice things. And once again, overall, very nice, looks nice, nice trim. It's a nice looking device. Plantronics keeps improving keeps improving their case. This is the older Legend case, and it's very slick plastic. They only single lights to indicate charging, which is a little harder to convey what it's doing. Whereas here you have sort of a rubber case, better indication, ability to, if you're using it at your desk, just put it in there and take it off. Also, you can charge the base by using a mini USB. But my thinking is very, very nice headset. Looks nice, good wind noise cancellation, nice mute reminder. It's certified for Skype for Business. Of course, it works with Skype and Cisco and all the other guys as well. But there you have it. The UC5200, very nice device. It might just replace my other headset that I've been using at my desk. All right, there you have it. Hey, you didn't get rid of me quite yet. There's two things I forgot to talk about. And that is the range, 98 feet. This is using the BT600 connector. So it's saying about 98 feet. In my little tests, something like that. Of course, Office is going to change your range. Unlike the Legend, who has the BT300, which is only, what did I say? 98 feet versus about 33 feet. And I don't think we took a look at the BT600 dongle, which I'm going to make a call here and show you. That thing goes red when you press mute, and you'll notice it's a bigger light, so you can see it better from different angles. And there's one other last thing I wanted to note. If I can just get a voicemail here. Okay, so now I'm going to make a call. So we're in a call, and you can see the dongle there. I press mute, and it turns red. And when you turn it off, it turns blue. So they got the red and the blue going on. So I'm going to hang up on that. And one last thing I did notice for my using it, it depends what angle you press this thing at. If you press it at kind of this angle, it's not going to hang up. You have to kind of make sure you're pressing it straight from the back. That's another very small thing. But overall, excellent device. All right, that's all. Thank you for listening.